In the morning, when Noir Stardia is ready for his job as librarian, his parents inform him that only rich people can take this job, and his family is poor nobles. While walking through the streets, Emma meets him. She is sad for Noir that he cannot do this job, so she suggests using the Great Sage skill to enter the Hero Academy. But when he uses this, it causes a headache. She helps him in vanishing the headache, and after that Great Sage tells him to go to a hidden dungeon nearby. In the hidden dungeon, Noir meets a legendary adventurer, Olivia's servant, who had been trapped for 200 years. He tells her his desire. She gave him her legendary skills, which no one ever inherited. She only keeps those skills. But using these skills loses life points, and when life points are 0, then he will die. For restoring life points he can complete his desire, which includes his body desires. Noir later masters these skills in the dungeon. He later restores his life scores with his sister's help. To help him in the Hero Academy entrance exam, Olivia suggests he creates the Discerning Eye skill, which he builds with Emma's help. In the Hero Academy, he joins hands with Emma, who left her job to join him, and Lenore Bluden, a count's daughter. The entrance exam consists of bringing rare monsters materials, so Noir goes to the 3rd floor of the hidden dungeon, where he finds a dead Reaper. After a hard fight that consumes almost all his life numbers, Noir kills the Reaper. Their team gets the highest points as Noir buys the Reaper's skull. Noir and his family commemorate Noir's approval until they receive a letter with the Academy tuition. Noir gets the highest score, but another problem arises. They have to pay the enrollment fee. The total money is 3,000 reals and has to submit within a week. As his family cannot afford this large amount within a week, he asks Olivia about this. She suggests he go to the Adventurers Guild. In the guild, he met a beautiful receptionist, Lola Metris. She explains the system of their guild. To join the guild, he needs to register. She asks him to write all his skills. She notices that he has written editor and get creative skills. He finds out that Olivia was a member of this guild. Upon hearing this, he just spouted the master. She shows him a book that can see every person's skills. She learns that he is the successor of Olivia. He takes the quest of catching rainbow grasshoppers. When he is grabbing them, Emma shows up and is angry at him because he did not say anything about this. In the guild, Lola might get infatuated with him and start clinging to Noir, and it makes Emma jealous. After the quarreling is over, Emma and Noir take a challenge to kill the big rabbit. After the fight against some goblins, the big rabbit appears, and Emma decides to kill it on her own, but she cannot cause real damage to it. Noir and Emma hide in a forest, where Noir edits Emma's skills, and she manages to kill the rabbit. Back to the guild, Noir collects the amount he wants, and the guild does a barbecue with big rabbit's meat, where Noir thanks Olivia for everything she did for him. After paying the tuition, Noir and Emma intersect with Maria Fiona Albert. Noir discovers she has a curse. Noir and Emma go to Hero Academy for their first day of school. Emma soon becomes popular among the boys, while everyone ignores Noir, but Maria reaches out to him. In class, the teacher, Elna, introduces herself to them. She teaches them back steps, using Noir as voluntary, and promises a reward. After Noir successfully takes the back steps, he is rewarded. The class starts practicing passive defense, and Maria chooses Noir as her partner, but she feels sick during the practice. Noir uses the Great Sage to discover that Maria's curse will kill her, so he and Emma go to the Adventurer Guild to ask Lola for advice. Lola tells them she knows someone who can save Maria. Noir uses the shoulder rub skill to help Elna in exchange for her reward. Lola goes to the temple to ask her friend Luna for help. Meanwhile, Noir informs Olivia about Maria's situation. Olivia tells him about the Lucky Lecker skill. In the city, a series of incidents occur when Noir goes to meet Emma. They meet Lola and Luna in a restaurant. She tells them that Maria's family is also asking for help, but she cannot do anything. Noir discovers that Luna's lift curse skill consumes her lifespan. He meets her privately, and Luna reveals that her mother died from using this skill too much. Luna decides to help Maria, and Lola discovers the lift curse effect and hugs her. Later, Noir reveals that he can edit Luna's skill to consume her finances instead of her lifespan, but he doesn't have enough money or life points for that. Lola suggests they participate in the Harem Pride event, but it scares Noir. In Alice's theater, Noir catches his sister sniffing her sheets, but he invites her to sleep alongside him. Noir gains life points. On Maria's 16th birthday eve, Amain realizes that Maria's condition is getting worse. Meanwhile, in the Harem Pride event, Noir, Emma, Lola, and Luna are horrified because the audience is hurting the feelings of the participants. Emma is feeling terrified to enter, but with the support of others, she presents herself, making a huge success. After seeing that Noir's team got the best score in the history of the event, the hoster starts a surprise round, but after Emma, Lola, and Luna trace strategies, Noir's team leaves the hoster shocked and the audience jealous. They win the event and earn enough life points to save Maria. In Albert's residence, Noir sees Amain crying at the entrance and tells her they will save Maria. Maria remembers her curse origin, her childhood, and her decision to enter Hero Academy when Noir and Luna enter her room. Noir tells everyone that he edited Luna's skill so she can dispel Maria's curse. Luna removes the 16th year death curse. In the end, Emma and Lola suspect that Maria fell in love with Noir, while Luna reveals she is also interested in Noir. Later, Noir goes to the hidden dungeon to inform Olivia about everything that happened and thanks her for giving the skills that made everything possible. In Alice's theater, Alice, while watching the moon, senses that 4 women fell in love with her brother. Maria rewarded Noir, Emma Brightness, Lola Metris, and Luna Healer with a huge cash prize for saving her life. After getting prizes, they start a discussion about where they should spend this money. Everyone has a different opinion. Noir goes to his house to discuss it with his family. His family becomes happy after seeing a large amount of money. Realizing his father would only try to gamble it away, Noir made the more sensible decision to visit Olivia's servant to get her advice. But when he arrived, she was entirely uncommunicative. Later, she tells him about blinding light skills. Noir goes to the building and meets Tigerson there. He learns that Vishal is a friend of Tigerson and caught on the 6th floor for the past 350 years. Noir manages to find Vishal, and he meets with Tigerson on the 6th floor. Vishal tells Tigerson that he must return to his homeland because he thinks his lover is still waiting for him. But Tigerson cannot accompany him because outsiders are not allowed in their village. Tigerson cries and Noir gives him company. He offers Tigerson to go with him, and Tigerson accepts his offer. Noir and Emma go to school. Elna tells them about their first exam, where the students must bring to class 3 types of rare monster materials in 2 weeks. Emma and Noir go to the guild to ask Lola for help. They see Lola, who is punching the face of her rival receptionist, Sarah, who stole Lola's adventures and bribes about her, and made the top of the receptionist ranking. Sarah manipulates Lola to duel with her. If Lola makes the top of the ranking next month, Sarah will not steal her adventures anymore. But if Sarah makes the top, Noir will be Sarah's adventurer. With Luna's help, Noir and Emma perform a series of quests to raise Lola's rank, and prepare themselves to kill an earth dragon, which is attacking people in the mountains, buying spears, and gaining LP to create the dragon killer skill. In the mountain, they make a trap, and together they kill the earth dragon. Noir and Emma bring their fangs to Hero Academy, passing the exam, and its body to the guild, raising Lola's rank. Unfortunately, Sarah has forced her adventurers beyond their limits, and she remains at the top. Lola tells him about the hard job and the importance of being a receptionist. Noir tells her she can vent with him anytime. In the hidden dungeon, Noir asks Olivia's help to collect rare materials, and she informs that the floor of the hidden dungeons is a bonus level. After creating the magic skills Olivia suggested to him and testing it in the zombies of the 6th floor, Noir goes to the 7th floor, the Forest of Gold, where a mysterious girl watches him. In Luna Theater, Noir brings a drunken Luna to her house after dinner. Noir meets a mysterious girl on the 7th floor. The girl named Dory asks him for a favor. She explains she is a dryad, a great tree of the forest. There is a monster, which attacked her, so she wants him to kill it. She promises him to give her treasure and shows him the entrance to the 5th floor. Noir goes to see the monster and declines her offer after seeing that the demon is strong. But after some time, he agrees to help her. She gives her more life points. Noir then goes to the 2nd floor and asks for Olivia's help. First she hesitates, and then agrees on the condition that he does not die. Noir finds a bee nest with the assistance of Dory, and then goes after Silver's wolf pack. Bee kills the wolves, and Noir kills the bee using a water drop. Dory then gives Noir 2 rare items, and shows him the 8th floor entrance. Noir promises to visit Dory, bringing food, and departs. In the city, Noir gives Lola the rare item. On the night of the ranking of receptionist winner announcement, Noir represents Lola. He counts her points using coins along with other adventurers representing their respective receptionists, and Lola wins. Alice spends some time with Noir, which increases his life points. Emma invites Noir to a dancing party. At home, he finds out that his father is unfit to buy a place to shop because they are poor. He sees the poor condition of his father's tuxedo, and decides to buy a new one. At the party, Emma's parents meet Noir. 2 boys want to date Emma, but she rejects them. They think that Noir is the reason for Emma's rejection. They challenge him to dance, and the winner will get a chance to date Emma. Noir creates his dancing skills and wins the challenge. Before they go on a date, a lady invades and kidnaps Emma, and a man with a mask steals the mermaid's tears. While the Lamu adventurers leader and the others go after the man, Noir and Layla go after the woman. They fight with that lady and save Emma. The leader appears, and even with Noir suspecting him, he traps Noir and Layla. He reveals himself as Tom disguised as the adventurer's leader. When Tom tells them that he wants to marry Emma, he fights with him and knocks him down. They return to the party. The next day, War finds out that Bourne rented a place for their shop as a reward. Layla Overlock comes to their school as a new student, and Elna announces that the S-class will go on an excursion to Amor Mountain. At the base of the mountain, everybody is excited to have a bath in Amor hot springs. Although the girls are concerned with the boys, Emma tells them War will protect them. Elna appears, and War team up with her to stop the boys and prove that he isn't one of them. They fought with monsters on their way to the mountain. During the outing, the boy became tired, and Jorth tries to soften Elna but fails. Jorth confronts Emma and reveals that he has superhuman powers, but Noir defeats him. Noir confronts Kent and uses all his remaining health points. Noir protects other girls who are taking baths from boys. Noir, Emma, Lola, and Luna finish cleaning the shop. Alice, Tigerson, and Noir's parents come to open this store, which is successful. Noir visits Olivia to thank her and promises her that he will make her free. Noir uses Great Sage's skill, and finds out that the key to free Olivia is on the 15th floor. Noir asks Emma for help, and they go to the 14th floor. They saw a room that was surrounded by pygmies, and Noir poisons them. After reaching the 5th floor, Noir and Emma find Olivia and a warning that they can only proceed if they free her. Noir finds out that Olivia is the clone, and that Death Chains created her. He tries to interrogate her about how they can free Olivia. Clone Olivia attacks them and escapes to the 2nd floor. Noir asks Olivia for justification for why she is helping him, but she doesn't reply. Noir splits to find a way to beat the clone Olivia. The next day, in the library, Noir discovers there was a cleric that gave trouble to Olivia 200 years ago with her rare skill, Sacrifice. After creating the skill, Noir finds Olivia clone in town, as she is too carefree to do her duties. Noir attacks her with his new talent, but she easily foils the attack and hurts Noir with her new sword, whose skill Olivia clone bestowed paralyzes Noir. Olivia senses Noir is in danger, while her clone is ready to give the mercy stroke. In flashback, 200 years ago, there is a boy who insists Olivia become his master, but she rejects him. The boys still insist, so she agrees to teach him basic skills, such as how to kill Iron Goblin. One day Olivia learns that the boy died while saving a girl from Iron Goblin. She mourns his death and is later trapped in dungeon until Noir finds her, who resembles that same boy from 200 years ago. Back to the present, Noir has been saved by Emma, who brings Lola, Luna, and Layla to help. Olivia's clone also defeats the girls and breaks Layla's sword. Noir tries to fight Olivia clone again, but he discovers that she edits his skills. He sacrifices all his skills except his unique ones, but he still can hurt Olivia clone, who gets mad and beats him. His success kills her. Olivia becomes free, and Noir meets her outside dungeon. Olivia informs him that the pathway to the 16th floor is now open after Olivia clone's death, and that although she doesn't know how many floors the dungeon has, if he gets to the 100th,